We are here with the incomparable Hawksley Workman and Christian Berry, who have just created The God That Comes. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for being here. So I have to start with, I saw the show last night.
Oh, you did?
Yes,
Okay.
and it was fabulous. We had such a great time.
Oh, good, good.
But I was a little bit surprised because I didn't know that The God That Comes actually meant The God That Comes. See,
And to be clear, the God that comes has at least two meanings anyway, which is the god Bacchus did reveal himself in human form more than the other Greek gods, which is actually where the name comes from. But the double entendre is completely unmissable and very intentional on our part.
so given that you have, I think, 11 albums, so you have 11 albums and have won a Juno Award, what took you from music into theater?
Christian took me from music into theater. He had approached me many years ago about doing a show, and it took about 10 years of sort of remaining in touch and this idea to come along to find itself for the sort of at the right time. What did we start about a year and a half ago? So yeah, I think that it's not a huge surprise for people who know my music or have seen me play too that this would happen, because it always looked like I was maybe towing the line anyways when it came to adding as much theatricality into rock and roll as I possibly could without being thrown out of the game, you know. But
What are some of the surprises that you found moving from music to theater?
well, the big one that I'm sure Christian is tired of me talking about, but it's the amount of time that we have lived in the creation process with it, and that the amount of time that we've allowed this thing to be called unfinished. And for me, I just have never operated with that mindset or approach ever before. Songwriting is it's almost an instinct or a reflex. You know, it doesn't take very long to write a song. It doesn't take very long to record a song, or it doesn't have to take very long to record a song. And I have a feeling I'm going to take longer to make records. I'm going to live with things a little bit longer.
I'm just going to back up a little bit. Can you tell us a little bit about the play, just for the audience? And did you guys create it together? So just a little bit about what it is and the history.
Yeah, sure. So The God That Comes, we co-wrote it, co-created it. Hawk's the performer and I'm the director. It tells the story of the Bacchae by Euripides. So it's kind of a reimagining of that story in almost a rock and roll kind of a setting. There are three main characters in the play. There's the god Bacchus, there is the king, and there's the king's mother. And Hawk plays all the characters and all the instruments. And basically it tells the story of this kind of hedonistic spiritual revolution that is taking place in the king's city. And all the people are going out, climbing the mountain and worshiping the god Bacchus by engaging in bacchanalian activities, drinking, dancing, having sex, and kind of giving over to their carnal instincts. So it's about a reckoning between this king who's a bit suspicious of all these things and this new god who's come to his city for the first time. And so that's the story that plays itself out predominantly through song and through staging images. There's a little bit of text between the songs, but I think it probably lives and breathes and moves more like a rock and roll concert than it does like what you expect from a play. But it's definitely a play that, or it's either a rock concert that brings the theater into the rock and roll concert hall, or a rock and roll show that we've brought into the theater. It's some kind of a hybrid of those things.
In this show, even though it's 75 minutes, once you pick it up, you're holding that hot potato the whole show, and it doesn't really cool. You know? So and then once it's done, you get to kind of relax again.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. It's pretty intense, jam-packed 75 minutes, and it's a one-man show, so.
Yes. And it was riveting.
Yeah, oh, cool.
Like, I don't think there was a moment that you didn't wonder what's happening next.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I want to thank you both very much. That was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Meeting you both.
Yeah, you too.
Good to meet you. Thanks.
And enjoy the rest of the run.
Thanks so much.
Looking forward to
All right.
it. Thanks.